All right, everybody, who's ready for a video that's hopefully going to be a lot better than yesterday's? I felt like I bumbled through that entire video yesterday. I just couldn't get my words. Nothing was working right. Good morning. It's Joni here at Joni's Journals. And today, excuse my squeaky chair, we are going to be decorating the Christmas journal, the trifold, but I wanted to show you, I have put together the trifold folio for the Tim Holtz version, which we might be working on these together. I don't know, I have to develop some more for this folio. I do have a bunch of stuff we're going to decorate with today. But I do, of course, want to make some tags because we're going to be adding pockets and we need something to put in them. First, let me show you what I've done with the Tim Holtz one, because I know Big Steve, one of my followers, is very excited to get started with the Tim Holtz one. Yeah, so let me show you what I've done so far. I have put in all the rest of the papers to finish covering up the inside. I do think I want to add a binding strip here. I did add them on the outside. I realized that I went through all of this so quickly yesterday that I never really explained exactly what I had done. Of course, I showed you all the papers and stuff, and I did add the binding strips, which we measured, and if I remember correctly, they were 6 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Let me just find my ruler and measure that out for you, because you do remember the height of our folio was 7 inches. So yeah, it's this one's a little crooked, I think. Yeah, it was 6 3/4 by about 3/4 of an inch wide. So I did add them to the outsides on both journals. And as you can see, let me show you this first. I did decorate the covers. Okay, and I'm hoping that you can tell that I have colored him in a bit. His little suit here is a green. Let me bring the light over. Maybe that'll help. And his overcoat is brown, and his little cap is like a copper color. I do that. I can't remember her name. It just went out of my head. I will look it up, and I will tag her in the video. She's one of Tim Holtz's designers, and what she uses very simply is just these. You may have some laying around from your kids or your grandkids or your nieces or your nephews. She uses the Crayola markers. Now, I like to be a little bit precise, so I use the fine tip, but you can use whatever you have. You just color them in, and then here I'll show you. You dab off the excess color with a paper towel, and it leaves just enough of a haze so that the Tim Holtz, the photos, the paper dolls, I think they're called portraits, so that it just adds that little bit of color. It doesn't get rid of the shine, but I'm beginning to learn that a lot of the Tim Holtz makers don't care about the shine as much as I do, so I left it be. But I did decorate the cover. You can see I used a lot of the Tim Holtz ephemera, which has been inked and such, and then I laid it out and I made just a little collage. And on the inside, I also made another little collage, and these pieces are from Tim Holtz Organic, and I added organic layers, they're called, number strips, and this is just a little bit of cheesecloth. It may be the Tim Holtz mummy cloth, I don't know, I just found it laying in my little bucket of fabrics. So yeah, I did a little bit of a decoration there. And like I said, I added all the pages. Now, I know I'm jumping around. You may notice that this is basically in one color tone. What I plan to do with this book is similar to the folio that I showed you the other day that I'm working on at this point kind of independently. I have sorted through my Tim Holtz ephemera that I could find, and I have separated everything by colors. So what I thought we could do, if you want to follow along, if you're not capable of if you don't have that much Tim Holtz ephemera, use what you have or do it differently. You don't have to do it exactly this way. But I have separated everything into different color shades. Shades of color, I should say. These are browns and blacks. I used a lot on the cover already. The brown and black with the Tim Holtz is not hard to find. I did separate out some blues. Now you'll see black and white photos. What I plan to do is color those with my Crayola markers. And I have some red and pink and green and purple. Purple was difficult to find. So that's what I'm planning on doing, is making the little color blocks for the Tim Holtz journal. Now let me just explain to you what I did, because I know I didn't really do this clearly yesterday. I sewed in the larger and the smaller pages that we created out of the file folder using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which you can see here. Okay, and I sewed those in, and I wanted to make a removable journal. It's just something I feel is better, and you know I don't normally decorate any of my pages, so you can jot down shopping notes, you can jot down notes about things you want to create. And I added 2 grommets very close to the outside edges. I can't really give you the exact measurements. I went as close to the outside of the binding edge as I could, because the papers are 6 1/4 inches long, and if you don't put your grommets far to the edge, you won't be able to get your papers in. Tracy Fox made a video yesterday. If you want to watch it, it was awesome, where she made a simple journal in less than an hour. And she explained the same thing. You have to put your grommets further out than the height of your paper, so that your paper will slide in and out easily. And you can see this just fits. I had a question from Mad Cat Lady about my elastic that I use. I got it on Amazon. It's 2 millimeters thick. Unfortunately, it doesn't provide inches, so I can't really expand on that, but it's 2 millimeters thick. And so that's what I've used to create my little tie-in here. And I did make my elastic a lot longer than it needs to be. If you want to add more pages, go right ahead. I made it 3 times the length of the journal, so roundabouts 20 inches, 21 inches. So yeah, that's where we're at with the Tim Holtz, and everything that I did in here as far as adding the inside pages and the elastic. I did exactly the same thing for the Christmas journal. Now I have put together some little pockets and decorations to add inside the journal. I've grabbed out and gone through, and you can see I created my pockets. I'll give you those measurements too. But I want to give a shout out to Tony at Crafty by Tony. She had another video up the other day making large cluster tabs. Blech. I couldn't get that out. And she used her Vasson Creative Punch, which you guys have seen before. This one. But she has this one, which we're calling the baby. And then she has this big Gigunda model, which I don't have. And I don't really have the money for right now. But it's a big mama. That's the mama one. So I just made mine a little bit smaller. And you can see I tried to pull out reds and blues and greens to match the colors inside the journal. And I created the little cluster tabs. Now on the back, I have stamped using my new stamp set from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's gonna glisten. I'm just trying to show you without making it glow in the light. It's called Winter Words, and it's CS142. If you want to go over and get it, it comes with a bunch of little words: happy, merry, white Christmas, wrapping, cozy, tree, gifts. So it's Christmassy but there are other words that you could use in there just for the winter time. Cozy, and I added Merry 25 and Happy Ho Ho Ho, because some of my little die cuts are the word ho ho ho. And so, yeah, we're going to be adding those on too. I just figured it might be really cool if we had a little tab to flip our inside pages with. I just thought it would be something cute to add. So what we're going to do today, and I'm going to try to remember how I had this all planned out, is we're going to be adding some pockets and some little decorations. Now, for this one, I picked out the little snowman and one of the little trees. I will try to find this on my Amazon, and I will put it down in the description box below. Let me see if I can just find it really quickly in my little basket of tricks that I've got going on here. Where is it? Once again, it's a very simple set, which of course I'm not finding. So let me just grab my basket and I am going to flip through it really quick. You can see I have all my scraps, and these are my leftovers from the coffee dyed papers that I made. Christmas lights, gnome, ice skates, ho ho ho. Dome, where are they? I know they're in here because I left everything in this basket that I used. And of course I'm not, oh, here they are. It's this set. It's pine trees. And it really just makes little pine trees, which you can use for little Christmas trees if you want to in your little Christmas journal. And so I will, if I can find it, I bought it a while ago, I'll link that in here too. But enough blabbing. Let's get to decorating. Now I made this little pocket, and this is why I told you save your scraps from the file folders, because that is what my pocket is backed with. Now this little pocket is 3 3/8 wide by 4 1/8 inches high. And then in order to decorate it, I cut my Christmas field notes paper to 3 1/8 wide by 3 7/8 inch high. So I thought we might add that little pocket over here, and I have begun to use the dreaded art glitter glue. My teddy bear glue is running dry, and I am just hoping that the art glitter glue does not give me any issues, because it's a wonderful glue, but I just seem to have problems with it. So let's see if it will actually come out. Oh, look at that. It's coming out. Come out of the little dispenser here, this little dispenser bottle that I put it in. And it is actually working. Wow, I'm surprised, gang. I might actually get lucky. Now, I know that it adheres quickly, so I am just going to stick my pocket down. And I like to leave it, when I have decorative pages, I like to leave it a little bit away from the side and the bottom, so that you get a border around your pocket similar to the border that you created on your little page. Now let's pull this over. And I did want to add, these are those Christmas lights. I shared that link yesterday. And I think we'll just add our little Christmas lights up on the top of this page over here. And I'm just going to try to get some glue out, and we are going to get these glued down. Now, hopefully this applicator tip is thin enough that it will work on these little strings for the lights here. And we'll add the glue to the light. And these are really cute because they have a start and an end on their string. And so, yeah, you can pretty much lay it out so that it looks like your lights are hanging off your page. And so I'm just going to tuck it up here in the corner like so. And let's try to drag it down a little. And we've got some glue going on over here, but I think that'll be okay. I can go over it with my eraser. I just want to make sure that my Christmas light is down far enough from the top of the page so that it doesn't really peek over the top too much. All right, we might have to trim it back. But there we go, we have that. And then we have this cute little snowman. Now, I did die cut him, and I've been doing some coloring with my Tombow markers. So he was relatively easy to cut out. He's another one of the simple little dies that I got off of Amazon. And I had bought some extra, and like I said yesterday, the reason that I did that is because I know not everybody can afford the big fancy Tim Holtz sets, or, you know, whoever it might make, the Sizzix dies. Not everybody can afford that. And so while I don't condone buying copies of other people's items, you know, I don't really think that it's nice when other companies copycat the big makers and, you know, make a cheaper set for them. If you want to bypass all of those, you can find some inexpensive sets that will create for you something just as nice and a little bit more affordable if you're in a bind, like the Sizzix. But, you know, don't buy the ones that are exactly the same. That's just, to me, is stealing. So I thought we'd put our little tree, and we'll add our little snowman. You can see I was testing my colors on the back of my snowman to see which colors I wanted to use when I was coloring him in. I have a bunch of Tombow markers. My daughter also likes to draw, and she loves the Copics, but they are just a little bit too expensive for me. And there are some beautiful sets out there. I know I follow Nicole Spohr, who creates some of the most beautiful cards, Christmas cards, everyday cards, birthday cards, and she uses a specific brand of marker, which I just can't afford those either. So the Tombows fall somewhere within my price range, and I can grab them at Michael's. I can fill in colors at Michael's because Michael's sells them too. And there we go. We have our little snowman. Isn't that kind of cute? This journal is a little bit off what I normally would create. I love the cute dies for making cards with at Christmas time and at birthdays and stuff like that. I don't normally journal make with my cutesy dies, but hey, it's Christmas and things are supposed to be kind of cute. Okay, so he goes there. Now, where is my other one? Okay, I had him planned. We have the little snowman for out here. See, we're going to need some tags. And then for in here, I have my little hoe from Ho 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 that I was thinking of adding up here on the page. I'm still not quite thrilled with that idea, so I may just put that aside. And then I thought that maybe I wanted to add my little owl here to the pocket. And I was thinking of adding Ho here for Ho Ho Ho, but then it looks kind of empty up here. Well, that's okay. That'll give us an opportunity to decorate more. So that might be what we do. Okay, this is another pocket, leftover file folder. This one is 4 inches wide by 3 3/8 inches high. And when I give you the measurement, it includes this part. Now, this is one of the edges left over from when we cut off our little tabs. So it's 4 wide, 3 3/8 high. And the little decorative page here, which is also out of the Christmas Field Notes by Elizabeth Craft Designs, is 3 3/4 wide by 3 high. So you can see it just gives you a nice little border. Oh, I forgot to round my corner. You know, I did that on something else yesterday, and I really kind of got angry at myself because now this piece isn't rounded, but that's all right. We will live with it. It's a junk journal. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to add this little pocket right here, okay? And then we'll add, excuse me, I'm talking so fast and so much, I'm giving myself a tickle in my throat. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's enjoying this. I haven't gotten too many views on it, Um, you know, I have been getting so many views doing the creep on June that I guess I'm a little spoiled at this point. So yeah, I'm going to label this one Christmas in July because this is my Christmas in July project, along with it being a tutorial for the trifold folio. Okay, let's try to get that straight and see again. I'm leaving a little bit of a border around the edges. Okay, this glue is working out pretty good for me so far today. We'll see how it goes later. But there we go. So now we have our little pocket, and you tuck in that way. Okay, like this. And then, should we add our little ho for our ho ho ho? I don't know. I'm still undecided. I'm going to put that aside for now. I can't figure out whether or not I want to do that. I'm just going to add my little owl. Isn't he cute? I showed you him yesterday. He's an Elizabeth Craft Designs die as well. He's called just Owl. I did give you the information in the description box. I may sound like I'm boosting Elizabeth Craft Designs today, but I do like their art journal dies. I have used some of their pages to create just something I wanted to try out, a little journal. I may have shown you guys, and they were running a sale. I did purchase some other dies from them also for the winter Christmas holiday season. It's called Sweater Weather, and I did not use those yet. Let me see if I can find them real quick. And of course I can't. Of course not, because I need, oh yes, it's called Sweater Season. Okay, these are adorable. They come with the little hangers. And I watched, oh gosh, I believe her name is Els on Elizabeth Craft Design, her website. She does lives, and she put them together, and they are absolutely adorable. I'm still undecided, not doing it. Okay, so here's our next little pocket, and you can see that we're going to need some tags. All right, and I did have, oh, yes, that's what I had, I knew. I was going through my die cuts, and I found these little tickets that I had die cut using the Tim Holtz tickets, stamps, and tickets dies. I had made them quite a while ago, and I just thought that with the blues for, you know, winter blue, the snow, I might add some of those in here. Here's another one that I made. And what I had done was I had used distress sprays onto some watercolor paper, and then I cut them out. And I figured the blue would go cute. I thought we might add this little ice skate over here. Now you can see this one doesn't have any metallics. I created this using the leftovers from some of the other ice skates I had made. I thought that we might add that as sort of like a little tuck, and we could tuck our little ticket in there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna glue around the outside edges and probably glue up to the toe of the skate to make a little bit of a tuck. Okay, let's see. Let's see if my glue will work. So, oh, come on. Oh, there it goes. And now I don't know if it's this glue dispenser that is being so nice to me, or whether I'm just giving art glitter glue a bad rap. I am happy with it because it is gluing my projects down, but it doesn't seem to be grabbing as quickly as I remember it doing. Okay, and let's add our little skate like that. And hopefully this will hold down. Well, the art glitter glue is keeping it down. And there we go. Okay, and it'll work as a little tuck after all. So we have this little admit one And I'm just going to tuck it in like that. So that worked out kind of cute. I guess that was a good idea. And then what else do I have? Oh, I had one little pocket. I don't remember where I wanted to put this. Was I going to put it here? No. Yeah, I think I was, because I was going to decorate on the other side. And then, I don't know if you'll remember, I did the Mass Make March back in March, of course. When what else would you do? Mass Make March. And I had been creating those little paper pockets that we were folding and putting together. And so when I was going through yesterday, I came across this one, which was just a music sheet, and it had no decoration on it. So I went through my die cuts and I found this little moose. It's a Sizzix die. I didn't pull it out because it was in my die cut box. And I just thought how cute that is, the little moose. And we can use this pocket. I did cut it down and re-ink it. It was a little bit taller. We had made it a lot taller. It was actually like this, but I cut it down because I figured why not use it, okay? So that one is going to go right there as a little pocket. And then this one, no, what did I have planned? I think I had planned something else. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put this pocket here. I think I had planned out something with a little string of lights, and I am not sure if I'm prepared to do that. Let me see. I think it might take too much for me to find the other pieces I wanted to use. I wanted to create a little string of lights using that cord, and I am not really prepared to do that today. Okay, I'm sorry. We will do this when I come back and we work on our Tim Holtz one. That will be one of the first things that we do. So again, I created this little pocket, and it is 3.5 wide, 3 3/8 high. The decorative page is 3 1/4 wide by 3 1/8 high. Okay, so I thought we might add this little piece right in here. Okay, and then we're going to decorate it with one of the other little dies that I showed you guys yesterday, I believe. It says Simon Says Stamp die, and it's a Christmas tag, and I will link that in the description box below. I don't remember if I purchased it or if I might have gotten it as a free gift last year during the holiday season, so I couldn't even tell you how much it would be, but it is their brand, so I would think that it's a lot less expensive than some of the other bigger brands. And so yeah, we're going to add that little pocket here. And this is what the die looks like. And I went searching for my baker's twine in different colors. I knew I had some, and at the end of the year, I actually bought a huge roll from Target. It was marked down, I don't know, 75% off. And it's actually 2 shades of red and a little black. But I figured we would just add that here. Okay, I'm sorry if this is reflecting. It's not too bad. And I just thought we would add that onto the little pocket. I do apologize for not having the stuff ready for the lights. I thought I had everything ready to go, but apparently not. So once I find the little lights, I like I said, I promise we'll put it together when I do the Tim Holtz journal, which I am preparing all of the items for it. I'm not sure if anybody responded whether or not you'd like to see me put together the ice skate die. I can do that if you're interested. I won't do it if it's going to be a little bit boring for people. So yeah, I thought we would put this little tag here on an angle. And you know what? I'm going to glue down the white string anyway, without the lights. And we can work on that together. It'll be very simple once I gather all the lights together. That will go quickly. But let me put the string down at least together with you. And then maybe I'll add a few of the lights and we can put the rest together. I'm sorry, I'm kind of disappointed. I really thought that would be fun for us to do, but I don't have out my little grabby tool because those things are kind of fiddly. If you work with small die cuts, you'll know what I mean. And I'm gonna pull this one kind of in like this and tilt it up like so. Oh. Okay, there we go. And then I have some little black light bulbs. We'll go ahead and we'll do that at a different time. Okay, what did I have left? Oh yes, I was gonna glue down the moose. What I think I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna pull out my PVA glue because the art glitter glue comes out a little bit slower, and we do have a lot of real estate to cover here. So we're just gonna put glue around, and we are gonna glue across the top because I'm not gonna use this as a double pocket. It is music paper that's kind of old, and so it's a little bit flimsy. And so we'll just glue that down. We'll try to get it up a little so we can see that little row down there that says Merry Christmas. And we'll get it centered on here. And we'll just push it down. Whoop, it is kind of slippery. I forgot we're not using the art glitter glue. So yeah, there we go. So we have that little pocket there. And we'll make some tags and we'll put those on. And then, oh, I forgot to show you something else I had pulled out. I thought we would take our other little owl. I did create two. They are a little bit different. I did play around with the placement of their eyeballs. That sounds ridiculous, but you can see one's a little wise and one's a little, like a little young owl that wants to play. And I thought it would be kind of cute if we put the owl and the moose side by side. So I did pull out some of those trees. Now you can see on here they're white. What I did was I took my jelly roll pen and I went around the little embossed areas that come out on the tree when you're die cutting them. And again, I'm just going to use my PVA glue because like I said, we have a lot of real estate to cover. And I just feel like it might be a little bit more advantageous if we use the other glue in case I need to slide these guys around. Now I'm starting in the upper left-hand corner to try to create some depth. And to give a contrast, I'm going to use this green one as opposed to this green one. This is actually like a brown. So we'll give a little contrast, and then we'll add our little owl down at the bottom. And then I do have two things to show you. Just something else that I took out of my Mass Make March items yesterday. Let's try to get that one a little bit over here. We still want to have room for our other tree and our owl. And why you're not staying stuck. Okay. And then what I may do after fiddling with all this stuff and pushing it around and everything, I may just go over these little white areas that are still showing just to bring out the color of the jelly roll. Bring out the glitter of the jelly roll pen again onto these little items. So here we go. We're going to add our little Christmas tree. So we have our row of trees. And they're not quite sized out perfectly. I can see one's a little bit lower than it should be, but that's okay. And we'll add our little owl down here like he just flew out of the tree. And I'll grab the art glitter glue for this one. And then I do have something to show you, something I played with yesterday. And I may want to add a little bit of color to it, but if you remember, I had that little reliquary dome that I said I did like the die, but I didn't like the way I had created the little dome. Okay, let's add our little owl, like so, down here at the bottom. Okay, and see the difference? The art glitter glue is grabbing really quickly. So yeah, we have that. I think that's kind of cute. And I do want to use the winter words stamps and create maybe some little labels. I did purchase the Tim Holtz label die set, so I think I might want to use that. And then this is what I created with the little reliquary dome. I just added, very simply, one of the trees, and then I had a leftover eyeball for my little owl, and I made it the moon. So I just thought that that was kind of cute, and maybe we'll just tuck that down in the corner over here. Maybe we'll leave an edge open and we'll make it another tuck, just like the ice skate. So let's do that. We will just put glue around this edge here, if it'll come out, yeah, like that. Well, you know, guys, I actually am kind of happy with the art glitter glue. It's working out a lot better. I know I sound obsessed, but the first couple of times I used this, I didn't like it, and I think it was because maybe I was an inexperienced journal maker, and I just wasn't as adept at doing this. So yeah, let's add this over here. Again, we'll leave a little row of Merry Christmas. And we'll just do that. And we'll make this a little tuck too. Let's see, do I have another little... I do have another little ticket. I do have 2 tickets left, in fact. And maybe we can use that as a little tuck for that. Yeah, it kind of sticks out at the top. I do have this little sign here we could add. That's too big too. Okay, we will find something to add in there too. Now, we want to add our little tabs, but what I wanted to show you was also in the Mass Make March. I'm pretty sure it was Mass Make March. I'll tag these videos in the description box. If you remember, we made the oversized specimen cards in my video for one of my videos for the Mass Make March. And it was without a die cut, and it was just using card and a square punch. And these are the adorable Joyful Youths portraits, Tracy Fox Creative. If you have seen her recent videos where she's doing the faux tintype, she used this picture in one of those videos. So it just was a coincidence that I had this one out too. So I thought that she looked kind of Christmassy, so why not add her into the little pocket here, and she could sit in the center and peek out with her pretty face and those little puppy dog eyes. I thought that would be kind of cute. All right, let's add, now I did make 3 page tabs for the little Christmas journal, and like I said, I thought we might make them as just little flips. I want to make sure I'm bringing them in far enough so that they don't get damaged when we flip our page. Oh, it looks like I need to make another binding strip for this one too. So I thought we could add this one here. Oh, excuse me. My voice is getting raspy. And it says Merry 25 on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue here. And we'll add some glue all over the back of this one. And I'm using the PVA glue. Again, I want to have a little time to move this around in case I don't get it on in just the right spot or get it on straight. So we're just going to clip it on the back of there. And I'm going to turn this a little. Oh, it's sitting on my ice skate. All right. Maybe I should move it. Oh, no, I have glue all over everything. Let's see, will it sit there? That's good. We can put it there. And then it'll sit right around the heel of the ice skate, and it will stay on, and it's not really interfering. Let me just grab my little baby wipe here and try to get some of this glue off. See? Teach you a lesson. watch my mistakes. Make sure that you have enough room on the front of your page and on the back of your page. Now, the big reveal, is it going to close? Yes, it will. All right, so we have that little tab on there. Let me wipe the glue off the front there. And let's just make sure it looks kind of crooked. And it is just a little crooked. We can adjust that just a little bit. Okay. All right, that's close enough. And we'll just dab that glue off of there. Can you even see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. All right, now where should we add our other tab? Should we have one on here? I think I kind of like the green. Or is that too much overkill? What do you think? No, I think it'll look kind of cute. Maybe we should put it down a little bit further. We'll put it down just above our pocket so that they kind of sit in tandem with each other. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move that out of the way. And I already looked. There's nothing on the back of the page that it's going to interfere with. So let's try to get this one on and get it on properly the first time. Let me grab it. And I'm just going to put it right here. Now I'm going to have to, before I put it down all the way, okay, it will not interfere. And you can see it just peeking out there behind the other one. So, yep. That looks cute, doesn't it? Happy ho, ho, ho. Okay, so now we have those two little page tabs here. And where can we put our third one? I think, no, I'm not going to mess with that because I don't want to interfere with those lights. Okay, I think we're going to leave that alone for now. And we will add that tab at the end. Look, we're done. Now, was I supposed to do anything else? No, I don't think so. I showed you. I'm going to put this little page tab in with my other little stuff that we still have left over here. Yeah, I guess that's it. We have to decide where to add this. So I am going to go ahead and do some stamping and create some labels because I want a Christmas label for here. And I may yet just use these, my fabulous stamps, my number stamps, and maybe we'll just add Christmas 25. We'll see. I have to figure that out. I'm going to have to lay the whole thing out in order to stamp on it. But yeah, there we go. We decorated this little pocket. We added our tab, which to me still looks kind of crooked, but I think that's the way I added the cluster to it. We added this little pocket, decided against the ho, ho, ho. Our little page tab here. We added this little pocket. We have to finish our lights. I may just leave one or two and do most of them without you. I don't want to bore you guys. Our little moose pocket. Our little owl coming out of the trees. And our little reliquary dome. Did we do anything? No, we did a lot. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to flip this like this. This was another option of the way I may just put this. I think this is kind of cool, too. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go off and do some stamping and get some stuff done for the Tim Holtz one. And maybe my next video will be the Tim Holtz journal that we work on for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to send you lots of love and big hugs and ask you to please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will add all of the information in the description box below. I'll watch the video back and make sure I don't forget anything because I'm great for doing that. And I will see you guys in the next video, and we're going to work on the Tim Holtz next time. Okay, bye for now. Lots of love, big hugs, like, subscribe, comment. Okay, guys? Bye.